Namaste and welcome back to another session of online mathematics class. In this session, we move on to a new topic, relations and functions. It is the second chapter of NCERT Class 7 mathematics text, relations and functions. In our daily life, we come across many patterns that characterize relations such as brother and sister, father and son, teacher and student, etc. In mathematics also, we come across many relations such as a number m is less than number n. A line L is parallel to the line m. A set A is a subset of a set B, etc. In all these, we notice that a relation involves pairs of objects in certain order. In this chapter, we will learn how to link pairs of objects from two sets and then introduce relation between the two objects in the pair. Finally, we will learn about special relations which will qualify to be functions. The concept of function is very important in mathematics since it captures the idea of mathematically precise correspondence between one quantity with the other. Now let's start with the first topic in this chapter, Cartesian product of sets. Given non-empty sets A and B, non-empty sets A and B. The Cartesian product A cross B, we write A into B and read it as A cross B. Okay. So the Cartesian product A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B. Given two non-empty sets A and B, then the Cartesian product A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B. That is, A cross B is equal to set of all ordered pair. In a bracket, we can write A comma B. And we read it as set of all ordered pair A comma B such that A belongs to capital A and B belongs to capital B. That means in the ordered pair, the first element belongs to the first set and the second element belongs to the second set. Okay, here by ordered pair, we mean a pair of entries. Here it is A comma B. The entries are separated by comma and enclosed within bracket. Okay, so this we read it as ordered pair A comma B because the entries have a certain order, a particular order. Here the first element A belongs to the first set and the second element B belongs to the second set. Okay, that is why it is called ordered pair. The pair of numbers have a certain order, that is why it is called ordered pairs. I repeat, Cartesian product of sets. Given non-empty sets A and B, then the Cartesian product A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B. In symbolic form, we can write A cross B is equal to set of all ordered pair A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Okay. Now we are going to discuss some important facts about Cartesian product. First one is, if A or B, either A or B is an empty set, then A cross B is also an empty set. Okay, if either A or B is an empty set or null set, then A cross B is also an empty set. Okay, that is A cross B is equal to 5. And the next one is, two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and the second elements are also equal. Okay, two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and the second elements are also equal. Okay, and the next one is if set A consists of P element, that is n of A is equal to P, and set B contains Q elements, that is n of B is equal to Q, then there will be PQ elements in A cross B. PQ elements in A cross B. Or we can write if n of A equal to P and n of B is equal to Q, then n of A cross B is equal to PQ, P into Q. Or we can write n of A into n of B. That is number of elements in A into number of elements in B. Okay. So if there are P elements in A and Q elements in B, then how many elements A cross B have? PQ elements, P into Q, product of the elements in number of elements in set A and set B. Okay. So n of A cross B is equal to n of A into n of B. Now the next point is if A and B are non-empty sets with either A or B is an infinite set, then so is A cross B. Either A or B is an infinite set, then so is A cross B. That means then A cross B is also an infinite set. Okay. So here in the first one, if either A or B is an empty set or null set, then A cross B is also an empty set or null set. Similarly, if either A or B is an infinite set, then A cross B is also an infinite set. Okay. Now another one important point is if R is the set of all real numbers. R is the set of all real numbers, then R cross R is equal to set of all ordered pair x comma y such that x belongs to R and y belongs to R. Okay, which represents the coordinates of all points in the two-dimensional space. I repeat, if R is the set of all real numbers, then R cross R is equal to set of all ordered pair x comma y such that x comma y belongs to R, which represents the coordinates of all points in the two-dimensional space. Clear? Now we shall discuss how to write A cross B, the Cartesian product A cross B. Consider an example. Let A is equal to set 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to set A comma B. So we can represent using a diagram. A 1, 2, 3. Here B is the set A B. Okay. And A cross B is the set of all elements from A and B. Ordered pairs, set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. That means the first number belongs to the first set and the second component or the second element belongs to the second set. So in order to write A cross B, we can choose a number from the first set. I choose the number 1. So 1A, and we have to make the pairs. 1A, first pair you can write 1A. Then 1B, 1B. Then 2A, then 2B, then 3A and 3B. Okay, so A cross B is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from A and B. So fix the number from the first set and alter it with or group it with the elements in the second set, and take another number from the first set, then make pairs with the other set. Then take the next number from the first set and also make pairs from the second set. Okay, consider one more example. Let A is equal to set x, y, z and B is equal to 1, 2. Here also we can write A cross B is equal to, first take the first element, here it is x, so x comma 1, then x comma next number 2, okay, then y comma 1, y comma 2, then take the next letter z, z comma 1, z comma 2. Okay, similarly we can write A cross B for any given sets. Okay, now we shall discuss exercise 2.1. Here the first question is, if x by 3 plus 1 comma y minus 2 by 3 equal to 5 by 3 comma 1 by 3, find the values of x and y. We have already discussed two ordered pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and the corresponding second elements are also equal. Then only we can say the ordered pairs are equal. Here it is given that these two ordered pairs are equal. So we can equate the corresponding first and second elements. Here the first element is x by 3 plus 1 and that will be equal to the corresponding first element, here 5 by 3. Okay, now we can solve this. X by 3 is equal to 5 by 3 minus 1, or x by 3 is equal to 5 minus 3 divided by 3. This 3 and 3 we can cancel. X is equal to 2. Okay, similarly we can take the second component y minus 2 by 3 and that will be equal to the corresponding second element. Here it is 1 by 3. Okay, y is equal to 1 by 3 plus 2 by 3. That is y is equal to 3 by 3 and y is equal to 1. That means x equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Clear? Here the next question is, if the set A has 3 elements and the set B is equal to set 3, 4, 5, then find the number of elements in A cross B. Okay, here the set A has 3 elements, so we can write n of A is equal to 3. N of A means number of elements in the set A. Okay, and the set B is given as set 3, 4, 5, and it is clear that number of elements in B is also 3. Okay, so n of B is also equal to 3. And we have formula to find n of A cross B. Number of elements in A cross B equal to n of A into n of B. Okay, n of A cross B equal to n of A into n of B. Now we can put the values 3 into 3 and that will be equal to 9. That means the number of elements in A cross B will be equal to 9. Okay. Now we move on to question number 3. If G is equal to set 7, 8 and H is equal to set 5, 4, 2, find G cross H and H cross G. Okay, first of all we can find G cross H. So one thing you have to remember is, while writing the ordered pair, the first element in the ordered pair belongs to the set G and the second element in the ordered pair belongs to the set H. Okay, so let us take one number from set G. 7 comma, here we can take 5. Okay, this is one of the ordered pair. 7 comma 5. Next is 7 comma, here the next number is 4. So 7 comma 4. Then again 7 comma, here the next number is 2. Okay, so 7 5, 7 4, 7 2. Okay, then take the number 8 comma 5, then 8 comma 4 and 8 comma 2. It's over. Then H cross G. So while writing H cross G, the first element belongs to first set. That means H. Okay. And the second element in the ordered pair belongs to the second set G. Okay. So we can take 5 comma, here 7. 5 comma 7. Then 5 comma 8. Then next one 4 comma 7, 4 comma 8, and 2 comma 7, 2 comma 8. Understood? Here the next question is, state whether each of the following statements are true or false. If the statement is false, rewrite the given statement correctly. Okay, here three statements are given. We have to check whether it is true or false. If it is false, we have to rewrite the statement correctly. Okay. So here the first question is, if P is equal to set m comma n and Q is equal to set n comma m, then P cross Q is equal to set of all ordered pair n comma n and n comma m. Clearly we can say this statement is false. Why? Here set P consists of two elements and set Q consists of two elements. So 2 into 2 4. 4 elements will be there in P cross Q, but here there are only 2 elements. So it's false. Now we can rewrite this one. The given statement is false. So P cross Q will be equal to, you can take the first number, set of all ordered pair m comma n, then m comma m, then next element n. So n comma, here also n comma n, then n comma m. Okay, and for the second one, if A and B are non-empty sets, then A cross B is a non-empty set of ordered pairs x comma y such that x belongs to A and y belongs to B. Clearly it is true because it is the definition of what? A cross B, the Cartesian product A cross B. So it is true. Then the third one is, if A is equal to set 1 comma 2, B is equal to set 3 comma 4, then A cross B intersection 5 equal to 5. Okay, here also it is true. We can check it. A cross B intersection 5, it is equal to A cross B intersection 5. B intersection 5 is what? 5. Because 5 is a null set. 5 is a set which consists of no elements. Okay. So B intersection 5 is 5 and A cross 5. A cross 5 is again 5. So it is true. Okay. So the first one is false and the second and third are true. Clear? Now we move on to question number 6. It's a very simple question. If A cross B is equal to set of all ordered pair A comma X, A comma Y, B comma X, B comma Y, find A and B. Okay. In A cross B, while writing an ordered pair, the first component belongs to the first set and the second component belongs to the second set. Okay. So here the collection of all first component gives the set A. Okay. So A, again A, in set repetition is not allowed. then B. So set A equal to set of all A comma B. And second element belongs to second set, or the second component belongs to second set. Here the second components are x, y, x, y. So we can write B is equal to set of all x comma y. Okay. Here the next question is, let A equal to set 1 comma 2, B is equal to set 1 2 3 4, C is equal to set 5 comma 6, and D is equal to set 5 6 7 8. Verify that first one, A cross B intersection C equal to A cross B intersection A cross C, and the second one, A cross C is a subset of B cross D. We can check it one by one. First one is A cross B intersection C. First of all, we can find B intersection C, which is equal to, consider the set B and C and check whether there is any common element. B intersection C. Intersection means the set of all elements which belongs to both the sets, okay, or the common elements. Here there is no common elements in B and C. Clearly you can identify that here there is no common elements. So we can write B intersection C is equal to null set 5. Clear? Now A cross B intersection C. A cross B intersection C. Okay. That is A cross 5. As per our definition, if any one of the set is an empty set, then A cross B is also an empty set. A cross 5 is equal to what? 5. Because we cannot pair with the null set. Okay. Since there is no elements. So A cross 5 is equal to 5. We can take it as equation number 1. Now in the RHS part, it is A cross B intersection A cross C. First of all, we can write A cross B. A cross B equal to set of all ordered pair 1 1 1 comma 1 1 2 1 3 1 4. Then we can start with 2 2 1 2 2 2 3 and 2 4. Okay, this is A cross B. Then A cross C. A cross C, which is equal to, take A and C, 1 5 1 6 2 5 and 2 6. It's all. Now we can find the intersection A cross B intersection A cross C. Here also we have to check whether there is any common element. Okay. So clearly there is no common elements. So we can write final set, take it as equation number 2. So from 1 and 2 we can conclude that A cross B intersection C is equal to A cross B intersection A cross C. So from equation 1 and 2 we get A cross B intersection C is equal to A cross B intersection A cross C. Okay, the first part is over. Now the second part is A cross C is a subset of B cross D. A cross C we have already written. So we have to write B cross D. Here B cross D is equal to, take the set B and D, 1 5 1 5, then 1 6 1 7 1 8. Then we can start with 2 2 5 2 6 2 7 2 8. 2 5 2 6 2 7 2 8. Then 3 5 3 6 3 7 3 8. And finally 4 5 6, 4, 7, 4, 8. Okay. A cross C is here and B cross D is here. And we have to check whether A cross C is a subset of B cross D. By subset we means what? Every element of A is an element of B, then we can say A is a subset of B. Okay. Here A cross C and B cross D. So if every element of A cross C is contained in B cross D, then we can say A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Here we can check it. A cross C 1 5 1 6 2 5 2 6. 1 5 is here, 1 6 is here, then 2 5 2 6. 2 5 and 2 6. Okay, that means every element of A cross C is contained in what? B cross D. So we can conclude A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Okay, since every element of A cross C is an element of B cross D, so A cross C is a subset of B cross D. Okay. Here the next question is, let A is equal to 1 comma 2 and B is equal to 3 comma 4. Write A cross B. So first of all we can write A cross B. A cross B is equal to set of all ordered pair 1 3 1 4. Then 2 3 2 4. Okay. How many subsets will A cross B have? How many subsets will A cross B have? We have already discussed the formula to find subset of a given set. If a set contains n elements, then number of subsets is equal to 2 power n. Okay, 2 raised to n. If a set consists of n elements, then we can use this formula 2 raised to n. Here we have to find the subset of A cross B. For that we can count the number of elements in A cross B. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 elements are here. So the number of subsets is equal to 2 raised to 4 and it is equal to 16. And the last part is list them. List them means we have to list out all the 16 subsets. Okay, we have to write the 16 subsets of what? A cross B. We can write it one by one. The subsets are, first of all we can write the same set. Set ordered pair 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4. And we can write the empty set or null set. Okay, as we know every set is a subset of itself and null set or empty set is a subset of every set. Phi is a subset of every set. Okay, now we can write the subsets which consist of 1 elements, 2 elements and 3 elements. Okay, first I am going to write a set which consists of 1 elements. So set of all ordered pair 1 comma 3. Then set of all ordered pair 1 comma 4. Then set of all ordered pair 2 comma 3. Then set of all ordered pair 2 comma 4. Okay, so the set with one element is over. Now we can take the set which consists of 2 pairs, 2 elements. So set of all 1 comma 3 1 comma 4. Okay, we write the first 2 pairs, then set 1 comma 3 and 2 comma 3. We take the first and third, then set 1 comma 3 and we can write the last one 2 comma 4. Okay, then set 1 comma 4 2 comma 3, 1 comma 4 2 comma 3, then 1 comma 4 and 2 comma 4. Then set 2 comma 3 2 comma 4, 2 comma 3 2 comma 4. Okay, so the subset which consists of 2 elements is over. Now we can write the subset which consists of 3 elements or 3 pairs. Okay, so set of all ordered pair 1 3 1 4 2 3, then 1 3 2 3 2 4, then 1 3 1 4 2 4, then set 1 4 2 3 2 4. Okay, now we can count it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 and 16. So it is over. We have written the 16 subsets of what? A cross B. Clear? Here the next question is, let A and B be two sets such that n of A equal to 3 and n of B equal to 2. If x comma 1, y comma 2, z comma 1 are in A cross B, find A and B where x comma y and z are distinct elements. Okay, it's also an easy question. So here n of A is equal to 3. The number of elements in A equal to 3 and number of elements in B is equal to 2. And we are given 3 elements in A cross B, and we have to write what? The sets A and B. As we know, while writing ordered pair, the first component belongs to first set. First component belongs to first set. So here what are the first components? X, Y, Z. And we are given number of elements in A is what? 3. So set X, Y, Z. And B, the second set. Second component belongs to second set. The second number in the ordered pair belongs to the second set. Here the second elements are 1, 2, 1. N of B equal to 2. So we can write set 1 comma 2. 1, 2, 1. But no need to write 1 twice. While describing sets, repetition is not allowed. So we write 1 comma 2. Okay. Now we move on to the last question in this exercise. The Cartesian product A cross A has 9 elements, among which are found -1, 0 and 0, 1. Find the set A and the remaining elements of A cross A. Okay, here the Cartesian product A cross A, that is n of A cross A is equal to 9. It is given, and we know n of A cross B is n of A into n of B. So here we can write n of A into n of A is equal to 9. Okay, from this we can write number of elements in A is equal to what? 3. 3 into 3 is 9. So we can write n of A is equal to 3. Number of elements in the set A will be equal to 3. And -1, 0 and 0, 1 belongs to A cross A. So -1, 0 belongs to A cross A means or implies, here by ordered pair we means the first component in the ordered pair belongs to first set and second component belongs to second set. Here both the sets are same, A cross A. So both the element belongs to what? The set A. So from this we can write -1, 0 belongs to set A. Okay. And 0, 1 also belongs to A cross A. So we can write the first number 0 and the second number 1 belongs to the set A. So 0, 1 belongs to the set A. So from this we can write set A is equal to -1, 0, 1. Okay, -1, 0, again 0, 1. But 0 we write only once. Repetition is not allowed. So A is equal to -1, 0, 1. And the last part is the remaining elements of A cross A. Only two elements are given, minus 1, 0 and 0, comma 1. Here there are 9 elements. So we have to write the remaining 7 elements. Okay, that we can write here. The remaining elements of A cross A are, here I write one more set, A is equal to minus 1, 0, 1. Now we can easily make pairs, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, comma, minus 1, then minus 1, comma, 0. It is given. Okay, leave it. Then minus 1, comma, 1, minus 1, comma, 1. Next we can start with the 0. 0, minus 1. 0, comma, minus 1. 0, 0. 0, 1. It is given. Leave it. Then start with 1. 1, minus 1. 1, 0. 1, 1. Okay. So these are the remaining elements of A cross A. Here we write 7 elements, then plus these 2 elements, 7 plus 2, overall 9 elements are there in A cross A. Clear? So this finishes the topic Cartesian product of sets and also exercise 2.1. Thanks for watching. Thank you.